Recently, a viewer left a comment explaining that he's 20 years old and was wondering if that's too young to get into private investigation work. Hi, Larry K., ShadowAnyone.com, and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, Premium Private Investigator Training, from someone who's been there and done that. The short answer is no, not necessarily. It's not necessarily too young to get into PI work. The one obstacle you may run into is that a lot of detective agencies want to hire someone who's 21 or older for insurance purposes. And this is not necessarily the detective agency's desire, but just the insurance company that they use. That's one of the requirements. So you may run into that a little bit. But first of all, if you're 20, you're going to be 21 in a blink of an eye. It may not seem like it at the moment, but it's coming up pretty quickly. And the same even if you're 16 or 15, 18, time flies. It may be hard to believe right now, but soon enough you'll be at that age limit. Now the key thing here is keep your nose clean in between where you are now and how old you need to be to get into the work you want to do. Don't be doing stupid things, crazy things, those types of things that are going to get you a record or something in your jacket that is going to be a detriment when you're trying to get the job. Now here's the real thing though that everyone can take away from this, because it doesn't just apply to the guy who's 20 who's worried about having to be 21. You get this from people who are 50 or 60, people who are retiring who want to be private investigators. They ask me, am I too old to get into this? Women ask, is this really an industry that women can do well in? No matter what your thing is, you can be a small person, a strong person, a big, tall person, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, anything. It doesn't matter, old or young. Here's the thing. Whatever you have going for you, you can play to your advantage as a private investigator. Women make excellent private investigators, if for no other reason than men tend to underestimate women. They have no idea how good women can be as private investigators, and they drop their guard. So as a woman, you can take advantage of that. If you're young, same thing. Someone who's even twice your age, they think of you as a kid, and it doesn't matter. You could be 25. If you're interviewing a 65-year-old, they think of you as a child. Take advantage of that. So whatever the stereotype is that people put on you, whatever category people tend to put you in quickly and readily without a lot of thinking, use that to your advantage. There's the old saying, never underestimate your enemy. And there's the case where if someone looks at you, and everybody you deal with as a PI is not your enemy. But there are times when we're dealing with adversarial relationships. This person has information, say about the location of a skip you're looking for. They're helping to hide someone who has a judgment against them. Well, you have this adversarial role by definition. Now you may pretext them and pose as someone who has something to their advantage, but you may just be doing interviews or phone calls or talking to them. Take advantage of the fact that they look at you as somebody who's weaker or slower or dumber than they are. Let them think that. It's no skin off your nose. What you're there to do is get the information. And it's not even something that later on they necessarily have to know about. You certainly don't have to rub their nose in the fact that they gave you the key piece of information you need. But whatever your situation is, use it to your advantage. This is Larry K., ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.